Hello viewers, I am Tarang Kumar Boonwal, Assistant Professor in St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management, Gurgaon. The following video is prepared as per the syllabus and course outline of Maharshi Dayanand University. However, are mostly general topics which cover the working and theoretical aspects of civil engineering. For better understanding and conceptualizing clearly, please do not skip the video and watch till end. We will be discussing about related important questions, feasibility and applications. Let's start the video.
Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. In this session, we'll continue with the subject design of concrete structures first, which is in fourth semester. And also we'll continue with the topic curtailment of reinforcement. So we started this topic in the previous lecture. And in this lecture, we'll start with provision for curtailment of reinforcement for negative moment. Please ignore this. This is not incomplete. It is complete actually. So, for negative moment, at least 1/3 of the reinforcement shall extend beyond the point of inflection for a length not less than the effective depth of the beam, or 12 times the dia of bar, or 1/16th of the clear span of the beam, whichever is greater. Further, the curtailment of tension reinforcement in simply supported and continuous beams is illustrated as follows. For simply supported beams, as it is shown in figure 4.38, it shows curtailment of reinforcement at two cross sections of a simply supported beam. This is figure 4.38. So we'll come to it. A1, A2 are theoretical points of curtailment of the first two bars and then the next two bars. B1, B2, actual points of curtailment of the first two bars and then the next two bars, which are at distance of small d, or 12 times the dia, whichever is more, from point A and point A1 and A2 respectively. C1, C2 indicate the developed length from point B and B2 respectively. So a minimum of 1/3 of the total reinforcement is extended into support to a length of LD upon 3 from the face of support. So LD by 3 is given by LD should be less than or equal to 1.3 times mu1 upon vu plus LD. If we substitute this value for LD in above equation, we get this sigma fs upon 4 times tau bd. We get 1.3 mu1 vu upon L plus D. Phi should be less than equal to 4 times tau bd upon fs by transposing the values, and we get this 1.3 mu1 vu up plus LD, where mu1 is moment of resistance of section, vu is shear force at the section, LD is equal to sum of embedment length beyond the center of the support and equivalent embedment length of any hook or mechanical anchorage. So we'll move to the diagram. This is how it looks. As discussed, B1 and B2 are actual cutoff points. A1 and A2 are theoretical cutoff points. This shows the moment capacity diagram, means the moment which the beam can take. And here is the shear force diagram of the beam. This value is LD. And from here up till here, it should be greater than or equal to LD upon 3. This is also LD and this is also LD. And this value is taken as greater of effective depth or 12 times the dia. Same like this here. For continuous beams. This was the case for simply supported beams. Now we'll move to continuous beams. It is reinforced for positive and negative moments whose curtailments are described below. Curtailment of reinforcement for positive beam. Continuous beam के case में, the figure 4.39 shows the curtailment of reinforcement and positive moment, where A is theoretical point of curtailment, same like the previous diagram. B is actual point of curtailment, which is at a distance of D or 12 times the dia, whichever is more from point A. And C indicates the development length of reinforcement bar from point B. So this is how it looks. It is in continuous beams. So this value is mu1 and this is actual LD. While this is the value of LD taken, this is and this are equal. As we discussed, this is theoretical cutoff point, this is actual cutoff point, and this again shows the moment capacity. This value of LD is taken as greater of D or D by 2. So this is the induced shear force, and this shows the shear force diagram. The value of LD by 3, this is again same as in the case of simply supported beam. It shall ensure necessary development length at critical sections. The point of inflection is the critical section for the development length where the following condition shall be satisfied. So the condition is this. This condition is same as the simply supported beam. LD should be less than equal to mu1 upon VU plus LD. So again, in the same fashion, we'll substitute this value for LD in the above equation and we arrive to this condition. Sigma should be less than equal to 4 times tau BD upon Fs, which multiplied by mu1 VU upon LD. So mu1 again is again moment of resistance of the section at the point of inflection. Here, this value, inflection point, and this is the value of mu1 here. VU is shear force at the point of inflection. Again, same. You can see they are in the same line of action. And LD is equal to embedment length beyond the point of inflection, but not more than D or 12 times the dia of the bar, whichever is more. So as we discussed, the remaining bar continue into the support up to a distance of at least LD upon 3. So as it says, this remaining, it should be at least greater than or equal to LD upon 3. From the face of the support, it shall not be less than 1/4 of the total reinforcement at the midspan. A curtailment of reinforcement for negative moment in case of continuous beams. So the figure 4.40, the next figure, this one, shows the curtailment of reinforcement for negative reinforcement, where A is the point of inflection, B is point of extension of at least 1/3 of the total negative reinforcement beyond the point of inflection for a distance not less than D or 12 times the dia, or in this case clear span upon 16, whichever is more. तो इसमें या तो small d या 12 times the dia या फिर clear span value divided by 16, जो भी सबसे ज्यादा होगा, that will be the point of extension, that is B. C indicates the development length from point B. D is the theoretical point of curtailment. E is actual point of curtailment, which is at a distance of D or 12 times the dia, whichever is more. and F indicates development length from point E. So this shows the center line. Here, this value is of this value is greater of D or 12 times the dia. As discussed, this is theoretical point of curtailment, and this is actual point of curtailment, because this is the actual bending moment diagram, and this is moment capacity diagram. And this value is greater of D 12 times dia or clear span upon 16. And this value is LD. So we'll move to a numerical now. You can pause in the screen and note down the question. Determine the anchorage length of bars at the simply supported end of reinforced concrete beam shown in figure as shown in the figure below. If it is subjected to an ultimate shear force of 300 kilonewton at the center of support, consider concrete of grade M20 and steel of grade Fe415. तो एंकरेज लेंथ निकालनी है, सिंपली सपोर्टेड एंड केस है और ultimate shear force 300 kilonewton given है, which is acting at the center of the support. Grade of concrete is M20 and steel grade is Fe415. So this is the question. This is given as 300. Okay, this value and this value. The value of shear force is given as 300 kilonewton. Small b is 300, and this depth is given as 500. This is, if you zoom in, you will see it is effective depth. Yes. So as we know the formula, anchorage length of bar at simply supported end of beam, it can be determined by the formula this we've been discussing. So LD should be less than or equal to 1.3 mu1 on Vu plus LD. Or by transposing the value, if we transpose all these elements on the left hand side and keeping it on one side, so LD should be greater than or equal to LD minus 1.3 mu1 upon Vu. The value of LD, as we know, is 0.87 F by 5 upon 4 times tau BD, and the value of tau BD is 1.92 Newton per mm square. This is from table 4.5. of 456 IS. So LD, if we substitute the values, LD comes to be 0.87, Fy is 415, the dia of the bar is 20, 4 times tau BD is 1.92, and it comes out to be 940 mm. And mu1, ultimate moment, is given by Fs AST D minus 0.416 XU. So if we substitute, transpose the values here in this case of mu, and the value of XU is known as Fs upon AST this way, and this comes out to be 0.36 FCKB. Where Fs is 0.87 Fy if the section is balanced or under reinforced, as we discussed, and this is less than 0.87 Fy if the section is over reinforced. So the section shall be balanced or under reinforced if Xu is less than or equal to Xu1, and over reinforced if Xu is greater than Xul. So we'll find out the value of both and compare. So as we knew, XU is given as 0.87 FY-AST upon 0.36 FCKB. Minded students that this value is Fs, so Fs is 0.87 Fy, and this has been substituted here. And AST is 3 bars of 20 mm dia as given. You can see there are 3 bars, and it is mentioned as 20 mm dia, and the number of bars is 3. And the value of AST is 942 mm square. Substituting the values of all the parameters in the equation of XU. So Fy is 415, AST is 942, FCK is 20, and B is 300. So the value is 157.458 mm. Now finding the value of XUL. So this is the formula that we have been discussing. XUL, it is given by 0.0035 upon 0.0055 plus 0.87 Fy upon ES, and which is multiplied by D. So the value of ES is this, which is 2 into 10 raised to the power 5, Young's modulus, as we all know. And keeping all those values, and Fy is 415, D is 500. Yes, small d effective depth is 500, it is given. So it comes out to be 239.5 mm. As we can see, this XU, which was 157, is less than XUL. Therefore, section is under reinforced, as discussed here. And the computed value of XU is correct. Now finding the value of MUL. So we'll use this formula again. .87 FY-AST multiplied by this value is small d minus 0.416 XU. This formula we know, and these are the values which I've been telling. So MU1 is 147.78 kilonewton. Now we know the value of MUL. So using this value, we'll find the value of LD. So LD is greater than or equal to 940 minus by this formula. Yes, by using this formula. So 940 minus 1.3 MUL divided by this value, which is VU. So VU is, as we know, 300 kilonewton. So it will be converted to 300 into 10 to the power 3 Newton. As we discussed in the analysis part, the anchorage length of bar shall not be less than the minimum length of bar to be extended beyond the center of support. So the minimum length of the bar to be extended beyond the center of support should be L by 3 minus width of support upon 2. So LD by 3 is 940 upon 3 minus width. The support of width was 300. So the value which we will get after solving this is 163.3 mm, and it is less than LD, which was almost 300 mm. Therefore, anchorage length of 300 mm is provided as shown in figure. So this is to check, and if this value is less than this, we will provide this value of 300 mm. So this is the anchorage length, as you can see, this one. Now we'll move to one more type of numerical, which is used to check for bond stress. So guys, this is a very easy as well as important numerical. So the question is like this: check for bond stress at the point of inflection of a continuous beam as shown in figure this one, 4.9. If it is subjected to ultimate shear force of 300 kilonewton at the point of inflection, consider concrete of grade M20 and steel of grade Fe415. So as we can see, the number of bars given again is 3 bars, which are of 20 mm dia. This is the section of the point of inflation. Effective depth is again given as 500, and the value of B, that is breadth, is given as 300. And the ultimate shear force in this case is also 300 kilonewton, which is at the point of inflection. So as you can see, coming to the solution, again using the equation that we have been studying, for anchorage bond stress not to exceed its design value, the following condition at the point of inflection should be satisfied. तो ताकि जो एंकरेज बॉन्ड स्ट्रेस है वो डिजाइन वैल्यू को एक्सीड ना कर जाए, यानी कि हमारा सेक्शन फेल ना कर जाए, उसके लिए ये कंडीशन फॉलो होनी चाहिए. LD should be less than equal to MUL upon VU plus LD. And as we know, LD is this 0.87 Fy phi upon 4 times tau BD. Again from table 4.5, for the value of the given grade of steel and concrete, the value of tau BD is 1.92 Newton per mm square. So substituting these values, we get LD as 0.87, Fy is 415, and the value of phi is 20. So the value comes out to be 4 multiplied by 1.92, and this is 940 mm again. MUL now coming to this value, this is the ultimate moment of resistance of the section. And it is, as we know, is given by this formula 0.36 FCK BXU multiplied by D minus 0.416 XU. The value of XU can be found out using the formula this again, as discussed in the previous numerical, Fs AST upon 0.36 FCKB, where Fs is 0.87 Fy if the section is balanced or under reinforced again, and it is corresponding to the value of strain of Es, which is 0.0035 D minus XU upon XU, and which shall be less than 0.87 Fy, as we discussed in the previous numerical. The value of AST is 3 into 20 mm dia, and it comes out to be 3 into pi upon 4 into 20 square, and it comes out to be 942 mm square. Using the same condition again, the section shall be balanced or under reinforced if XU is less than or equal to XUL, and over reinforced if XU is greater than XUL. This can be ascertained by comparing the values of XU and XUL. सेम वही पैटर्न से हमें XU और XUL की वैल्यूज भी कंपेयर करनी होगी. XU की वैल्यू दोबारा ये जो हमारे पास इक्वेशन है इसमें हम सब कुछ पुट कर देंगे. So Fs was substituted to be 0.87 Fy, 0.87 Fy is 415, the value of AST is 942, 0.36 FCK is 20, and the value of V is given as 300 in the question itself. Here. So it comes out to be 157.458 mm. This is the value of XU. Now finding the value of XUL again using the same formula, which is 0.0035 upon 0.0055 plus 0.87 Fy upon Es multiplied by D. Substituting all the values, Fy is 415, the value of ES is 2 into 10 raised to the power 5 again, and the value of small d, that is effective depth, is given as 500, and it comes out to be 239.5 mm. As you can see, XUL is greater than XU, therefore it is also an under reinforced section, and the computed value of XU is correct. Now coming to the value of this one, ultimate moment of resistance of section. Substituting all the values, 0.36, as you can see, FCK 300, so FCK 20, B 300, XU value we have just found out, which is 157.458. Here, this is D minus 0.416 XU again. So substituting all the values, D is 500 and XU is again 157.458. MUL comes out to be 147.78 kilometer meter. Now again using the same condition for small LD, which is the value should be either D or 12 times the dia, whichever is more. D is 500 and dia is of 12, so 12 into 20 is, so this value would be less than this value, so we'll adopt 500 mm. Now satisfying this value, this condition, MUL upon BU plus LD, which is from this expression, it comes out to be, MU we found out to be 147.78, which is multiplied by 10 to the power 6 by making homogeneous comparisons. BU is 300 into 10 raised to the power 3, and the value of LD is 500, which we have just adopted here. And this expression comes out to be 992.6 mm, which is greater than LD. So the bond stress at the point of inflection is within the safe limit, because this value is greater than this value. So we can conclude that the bond stress at point of inflection is within safe limit here. So this was all with curtailment of reinforcements, and we have discussed numerical on anchorage, length, and then bond stress. If in case there is any doubt, you can mail me. Till then, I hope you guys will study and have a great time. Thank you.
I hope you guys could understand and correlate the topics taught in today's session. If there is any query or subject matter issue, feel free to mail me at the given email ID. Live discussion sessions could also be used for discussion of doubts. Thank you.